So this Brave browser is a secure way to browse, with a built-in ad blocker that blocks ads that exploit your trust. And because you don't load all of their ads, your browsing experience is faster, better, and more secure. Now, I don't think I'm legally allowed to advertise the monetization benefits of the Brave browser.
We are going to get so much ass here, it's going to be sick. I'm talking like crazy, like boy band ass.
Big companies are making money off of you and your data all the time. That's kind of their business model. That's kind of the point. Get rewarded for watching ads. Get rewarded for your time. What they call the BAT, the basic attention token. If you're not using Brave yet, there's something wrong with you. Get Brave, browse better. Hey guys, so what is a JSON object? What is all this nonsense? Well, JSON is very simple. It's just a way of structuring data in a predictable way. That's to say, arranging your data following JavaScript Object Notation conventions, open and closing curly braces, your data in key value pairs, keys surrounded by double quotes, that's the important one, and those values can be strings, numbers, arrays, objects, doesn't matter. JSON is not unique to JavaScript. It's called JavaScript Object Notation because it's modeled after JavaScript objects, but it's not. Other languages use JSON. The main difference between an actual JavaScript object and a JSON object, the keys in a JSON object must be double quoted. That's basically it. So why do we need JSON objects? Well, like I said, JSON is not JavaScript is not the only language that uses JSON. JavaScript is not the only language that organizes its data into these key value pairs. Python has dictionaries, Java has maps, PHP has objects, and I think associative arrays. And all of these languages are used to build websites and servers, backends basically. So your JavaScript code on the front end needs to communicate with Python, Java, PHP code. You need to send data back and forth. And so JSON provides a uniform data structure, a rule set, some sort of ground rules for these languages to communicate or pass data back and forth in. So where do we use this JSON stuff? Well, we use it when we're communicating with servers. So back end to front end or front end to back end. So let's do the latter one first, the front end to back end. When we're sending data to a server, we don't know how that server was written, what code or what language was used. So we convert our JavaScript objects into JSON objects. It's really simple. Let's say we have a simple or a basic object. We'll just say package like that. And so let's say the first key is a string with single quotes. Pay attention to the keys here, guys. So first, and we'll just say Rex like that. The second key is a number. We'll say 2, and we'll just say Lala like that. And then the third we'll do double quotes. We'll do third like that. And we'll put, let's just say a number for the value there. And the fourth we'll say is another string, fourth, and we'll put a Boolean, so a true value like that. We need a comma there. So let's print that out in the console on the right. We have the PKG. So right now we have a package, an object with a number. These are strings right now. They're registering as strings, but here this 2 is a number. This first is a string with single quotes. The third is a string with double quotes, and the fourth is a string with single quotes. We got values of a string, number, and Boolean. So to convert this guy, all we do is say, let's do const converted is equal to, we use the JSON object and it has a method called stringify. So json.stringify. You pass in your regular object, the non-converted, so the PKG. And now when we print we'll print both out, we get console.log. Actually, we'll just do on the right. So now we have PKG. Let me move this guy up a bit. All right, so with PKG, and then we have the converted like that. So just notice the difference in notation. With the JSON objects, you get to keep all of your values. So we still have the number 5, we still have the Boolean true, the string Rex, the string Lala, but all of the keys are now double quoted. They have to be double quoted. This is what provides that sameness, that consistency that other languages expect. And so that's literally all JSON is. It's your object being converted into another object with ground rules put in place so other languages know what to expect when you send data to them. So let's say we'll use a real life example. So we're just going to fetch some data from a dummy site called, I think it's JSON placeholder. And so we're just going to fetch this guy. Is that the URL? That's the URL. So this guy passes back a response. Let's see what we get when we do not parse the response. And parsing the response is tantamount to converting their JSON object into a JavaScript object. So let's say .then. This is the response from the fetch right here. Was console.log that guy, res. Now when we hit save, we get, this is the response here. So in this response somewhere, there's some data. I think it's in the body, and it's in JSON format. In order to get that guy out of there and convert it into an actual JavaScript object, we use the function or the method JSON. It happens to be attached to the response. So .json like that. It parses it, it returns an actual JavaScript object, and we'll res that guy out. So console.log res like that. So this is what the JavaScript object looks like. This is not JSON. This is now a JavaScript object, a user ID, and title. I'll just show you without the fetch. So we have a converted here that we did. Let me comment this guy out. So we have a converted guy here. So this guy, I'll just console log out here. It's easier. Console.log package, which is just a regular JavaScript object. We'll do console.log converted, which is a JSON object. And to get right back to, let's say const converted back, read back, I'll just say parsed. Parsed is equal to, we can just use json.parse, and then we'll put in the converted. So what we have here is regular JavaScript object converted into JSON and then converted back into a regular JavaScript object. And so now when we run it, we get this. So we get this, went back and forth, back and forth. So we have the regular JavaScript object here, then we have the JSON guy here, and then we converted it right back to a JavaScript object. And so again, that's literally what this guy is. It's just a way of normalizing how you're sending data to a backend because you don't know what program they use or language they use to program their backend. And so that's going to be it. It really is that simple, guys. If this video helped you at all, give it a like, share it, comments down below. Subscribe if you haven't already subscribed, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Hopefully a longer one with more meat on the bone. Later, guys.